Alrighty, hi everyone, good morning. I am 5 weeks today, which means that the baby is the size of a peppercorn. So my husband and I woke up today and said happy peppercorn day, which is like slightly ridiculous, but it's okay. And so today I want to take you through what I am eating in a day. And this is what I was eating when I was trying to conceive for the last month, when I ended up feeling awesome. I ovulated on the perfect day for the first time ever, and then we got pregnant. So this is kind of a what I eat in a day trying to conceive, but also in early pregnancy. I will get into talking about some of my symptoms and how I'm doing in a little bit, but let's start out with the first thing that I'm eating. I made sourdough last week and I keep it in this really cute little bread bag that I got, which just keeps it nice and fresh. I only need a tiny bit, so it ends up lasting me like a really long time, which is super helpful. I made the chicken liver pate a few days ago, and we actually had some at a friend's house, so I'm almost out of this, but again, I don't need very much. Like a little goes a long way with this stuff. I actually do really like the taste of it. I don't know, I've always been like a savory breakfast person, so this is quite satisfying for that. Alright, so I got first snack done, and then I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's been a bit of a rough morning. I just didn't sleep super well, so like the pregnancy insomnia is a thing. It's also, I think, like I'm just struggling to regulate my temperature with all the hormones and everything. So I'm switching between being cold and hot, and so it's just real stressy. I just had a big fat cry first thing this morning, but I really wanted to film this for you guys. And look, it is tough during pregnancy. Like you've got all of life going on, and then you're also trying to like really take care of yourself and make sure that you're setting everything up well, because you're also trying to have a baby. One thing that I heard once that for my brain felt really helpful, and I don't know like how true it is, but this is kind of what I'm sticking with, is that like you kind of want to act like you're not pregnant. Like you want to carry on as if you like with what you were doing before you were pregnant. Kind of like how if you really need to print something urgently, the printer can smell fear. I kind of not that like the pregnancy can smell fear, because that sounds really scary, but kind of like that. I'm kind of like, let's just carry on as normal. Let's not freak out our body into thinking like, oh my god, something's changed, what's going on, you know? Just carry on as we have been, just doing the right stuff. Let's not freak out, all of that. So I've had my initial snack, which I've been doing every morning for like 5-6 weeks, something like that, and I'm gonna keep doing for as long as I can. Obviously, if I have really bad morning sickness come in, I do not believe I'm going to be able to eat chicken livers first thing in the morning. That's just that's what I'm sensing from the universe. But as long as I can, I'm gonna keep doing it because of all of the amazing nutrition and vitamins and minerals and everything that you get like jam-packed into that. I basically use it to like line my stomach, and then also to give me that boost of all of those goodies. So next up, now that I've lined my stomach, you know what time it is. It's coffee time, let's do it. I used to only do coffee with soy milk. Now that I am having pasteurized but non-homogenized cow's milk, I use that. And then it's time for breakfast. I am terrible at judging how much I actually need, and I want to make sure that I'm getting enough of everything. So I do use my scales, but before that I realized that I needed to mix up my 2 different granolas. So I have one peanut buttery granola that's got a bit more carbs, and then like a raspberry keto one, which is far more just like nuts and seeds, but is more expensive. So I just make up a mix of these and have that. I am having full fat Greek yogurt, which is so good, oh my goodness. And then we do have a little bit of soy milk to use up, and I add on some kiwi fruit, banana, and blueberries from the freezer. And this keeps me going all morning. It was quite chilly this morning, so I've got the heater on, and I also made myself a second coffee, which is so nice in these chilly winter mornings. I'm also keeping up with my water. I'm still doing about 3 or 4 liters a day, and so my Stanley cup is quite useful for that. It's 1 o'clock and I've just finished a meeting, but before I have lunch, my sister just dropped this little guy back. He's been at her house for a few days. Oh, thank you, buddy. And I missed him. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for the kisses. I was hoping for snuggles, maybe. Such a good little guy. Yes, you are. Okay, so lunchtime. Okay, lunchtime now. Okay, let's have lunch. I mean, you don't get lunch, sorry, but you know, me. For lunch, I have the last of this stew that I made up. So I bought beef soup bones and cooked it in a stew with like different veggies and just water and some herbs and all of that for about 8 hours over the weekend, and this is just my last leftover of it, but it's honestly so good. I did not think I'd be here eating meat from soup bones, but it's honestly so nice and almost like sweet and like fragrant, and it's just really beautiful and wholesome and filling, and again just really awesome nutrition to be getting all of those goodies that have come out of the bones by cooking that soup for such a long time. Again with more water throughout the afternoon. I was then heading to the dog park and I wanted to make sure I had snacks, so I have a mandarin that we got given by some friends of ours and a protein nut bar. I didn't end up eating too much of the protein nut bar. I decided I didn't like it. So when I got home, I grabbed a chorizo stick, which is like so yummy and tasty, and then got on to making dinner. So I am making refried beans, which my friend Becca shared this recipe online, and honestly it is so much better and easier than the bought refried beans, and it's literally like onion, garlic, cilantro or coriander as we call it, and then I quickly decided to whip up some guacamole, and look at this magic. Look at that, amazing. So I'm making sort of breakfast burritos. So I've got like eggs, refried beans, my tortillas obviously, some cheese, some guac, and then some different sauces. And this is my dinner. This was so yum and so filling. I'm also taking some supplements to just help with my bowels at the moment with all the changes that are going on. And I finished up with some chocolate, and that was my day. Thanks guys.